So hello friend, this is our next experiment to verify the law of polygon of forces. We know the law of polygon of forces. The law of polygon of forces said that if the forces acting at a point are represented by the sides of a polygon by their magnitude and directions, the closing side of a polygon represents the resultant of the forces and which is acting in a opposite order. So this law we have to verify with the help of this experimental setup. This is a universal force table. This marking is provided for to measure the angle of a forces. 360-degree marking is given. Different load we are applying on the universal force table on one point with the help of this thread. So the different weight is given. That is F1. We can say that this is a load F1, force F1, force F2, force F3, force F4 and force F5. So on the top of the universal force table, the angular scale is given, which can show the different angle from 0 to 360 degree. So which can give the reading to us the value of angle of forces. So this is we can consider the theta 1. It is at the 0 degree. This is theta 2. Next one is the theta 3. Next one is theta 4 and this is theta 5. So here we are measuring the angle of a forces with the help of the scale. So scale is given from 0 to 360 degree. Then with the help of thread we are applying the different load from F1 to F5. So this is a F1, this is F2, this is F3, this is F4 and this is F5. So already there is a 50 gram load is given on each forces. And then we are applying some weight and just unbalancing the forces, and then we will set this center of this thread at the equilibrium conditions at the centers. तो इसको अपने को सेंटर में लाना है, इसको सेंटर में सेट करना है, डिफरेंट फोर्सेस अप्लाई करके डिफरेंट पोजीशन के ऊपर अप्लाई करके इसको सेट करना है. और सेट एट द टाइम ऑफ सेटिंग वी हैव टू जस्ट चेंजिंग द एंगल ऑफ दिस फोर्सेस. तो ये जो एंगल है दैट एंगल वी हैव टू चेंज ऑफ द फोर्सेस एंड वी हैव टू चेक एट व्हाट कंडीशन एट व्हाट एंगल एंड दिस पॉइंट विल बी कम टू द इक्विलिब्रियम पोजीशंस. So that we have to check. In observation table, first column is given for weight attached. So here all it is at 50 grams. So now it is in equilibrium condition because the center of these forces are at the center of the universal force table. So it is at center, so we can say that this is in equilibrium conditions. Now for first reading, the weight applied is 50 gram for all. So now it is at the equilibrium conditions. So for first reading, we are applying the 100 gram load in the force F1. So already there is a 50 gram load. So just we are applying the 50 gram load, and now the total load is 100 gram. So what happened due to unbalancing the force due to this 100 gram force, this center of the thread will get changed. The center of a thread get deviated by this distance with respect to the center of universal force table. What we have to do? Now we have to set the different forces at a particular angle where we can say that we can set the center of a thread to the center of a here we have to match these two centers by setting the different angle of forces. So here just we are changing the angle of the forces at a different angle to set the center of thread which is matching to the center of universal force table. So set the different forces at a what angle where the both center are matching. So just see, the center of a thread is now matched with the center of universal force table. So now in this way, the universal force table comes to, again these different forces are comes to its equilibrium conditions by setting the different angle. So here we have to measure the angle and forces, and then we have to find out the resultants of these forces. So write down the weight attached. So weight applied in F1 is 100 gram and F2 is 50 gram, for F3 is 50 gram, for F4 is 50 gram and F5 is 50 gram. Then you can measure the angle of the forces. So for F1 the angle is 0 degree. Then for F2 the angle is 89 degree. You can note down. And for F3 the angle is 145 degree. So for theta 1 is 0, then theta 2 is 89, then theta 3 is 145, then theta 4 is 210 degree, and theta 5 is 258 degree. Theta 4 is 210 degree and theta 5 is 258 degree. So in this way we have to apply the different load at the different forces. This is for F1. Now again we will change the forces at F2, then for F3, then for F4 and F5. So in this way we will changing the load, and then again we will set the forces at a equilibrium conditions. तो अलग अलग जगह पे अलग अलग लोड अप्लाई करके 100 ग्राम उसका हर बार उसका अनबैलेंस हो जाएगा फोर्सेस, तो हर बार आपने को उसको इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन में लाना है, इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन में सेट करना है और उसके एंगल मेजर करना है. सो दैट इज अवर थीटा 1 to थीटा 5 एंड द फोर्सेस अप्लाइंग दैट इज अवर F1 to F5, and then we will find out the resultant by analytically and by graphically. So how we can find out the resultant by analytically, by graphically, that we will discuss during the calculation sessions. Now the next part is to find out the results analytically and graphically. In experiment, we have set the system to the equilibrium conditions, and there the resultant is 0 because the system is in equilibrium conditions. But now we have to verify by using the analytical methods and by using the graphical method. So firstly we will discuss how to verify the resultants, how to verify the law which is we have set on the universal force table, how to verify that forces by using the analytical methods and by using the graphical methods. So here in the first reading we have obtained the forces F1 to F5. The value for the F1 force is 100 gram. For F2 force the value of the forces is 50 gram. For F3 the force is 50 gram. For F4 again the force is 50 gram. For F5, the force is 50 grams. So we have this value of forces. Then we have obtained the angles. We have set the system to the equilibrium conditions. So we got the angles that is given as theta 1 to theta 5. So theta 1 is 0 degree, where the theta 2 is 89 degree. Then theta 3 is 145 degree. Theta 4 is 210 degree. And theta 5 is 258 degree. So now firstly we will discuss how to find out the resultants graphically methods. Means by drawing the law of polygon, by drawing the polygon of the forces. So here we have to draw the two diagrams. First one is the space diagram and second one is the vector diagrams. So space diagram is the diagram where we are showing the different angle of the forces, and on the vector diagram we have to use the angle of the forces as well as the magnitude of the forces. That means the direction of the forces and the magnitude of the forces. So firstly we will draw the space diagram and then we will draw the vector diagram. So space diagram is the diagram where we have to show the different angle of it on the one point. So here the first force is 100 gram and which is acting at an angle of 0 degree. So show the first force. This is the point O on which the different forces are acting. The first force of 100 gram are acting at an angle of 0 degree. So draw the first force in the which can show the angle of 0 degree. This is here. From here we are measuring the angle of the forces and having the magnitude 100 gram. So show the force magnitude of the forces 100 gram and the direction of this line is 0 degree. It is a 0 degree. Then the next force is 50 gram which is acting at an angle of 89 degree. So show the next force of a 50 gram acting at an angle of 89 degree. So draw the second line showing the force F2. This is our force F1. So angle between this line is, what are the angles between the forces? So here the angle is 89. So angle between these two line is 89 degree. So you should draw the line which have the angle between the two lines is 89 degree. And this is our F2, which is given as 50 gram. Then the next force is F3, having the angle of 145. So that 145 degree angle is with respect to the first force. It is not with respect to the second force. So from here you have to draw the third line which is having the angle of 145 degree. So measure from here, from with respect to the F1 force, measure the third line at an angle of 145 degree. So it is so this is our F3. So angle between the F1 and F3 is given as, it is a 145 degree and this magnitude of the F3 force is 50 gram. So there is no matter as to how many we have to draw the line, length of this line. That is not a matter. You should draw at any length. You can take any length, but the angle between the lines should be as per the theta 1 to theta 5. So here the angle between this line to this line is 89. It is fixed value. What is the value of the theta 1, theta 2? That according to that you have to draw the angle between the forces. But the length is not matter. It should, in the space diagram you can take any length, whatever according to your base size. Okay. So the next force is F4, having the magnitude is 50 gram. And the theta 4 is 210 degree. So draw the next line which having the angle of 210 degree. This is our F4 and this 210 degrees with respect to the first line. This angle is 210. It is with respect to the F1. 210 degree. F4 is given as 50 gram. And next force is F5 having the angle of 258. So 258. So this angle, the 258 is with respect to the F1 force. So this angle is given as 258 degree. This is our F5 having the magnitude of 50 grams. So in this way we have to draw the space diagram. So space diagram, during the drawing the space diagram, we have to use this value of theta 1 to theta 5 to show the angle between the forces. So this line and this line having the angle 89. Then F1 to F3 angle is 145, then F1 to F4 angle is 210, and F1 to F5 is 258. So according to that angle, we have to draw the space diagram, and then now the next part is to draw the vector diagram. Means here we have to draw the polygon. This statement state that the statement of the law of polygon state that if these forces, if these all forces, from here we are considering the 5 forces, and if it is number of forces, then you can consider what are the number of forces is there. So if the forces are acting on a point are represented by the magnitude and directions by the sides of polygon. तो हम ये जो forces है, ये forces से magnitude and direction से polygon के side represent करेंगे, तो then the closing side of the polygon is given as the resultant, and which is acting in a opposite order. So here we are drawing the polygon. So to draw the polygon, we have to use the two things. One is the magnitude of the forces, and second one is the direction of the forces. Now here we are considering the F1 is A to B. Here we are considering the force F1 is A to B. So firstly we are drawing the first line. Firstly we have to select the scale. Take the proper scale. Scale is given as, here we are considering the scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 50, or sorry, you can consider it is 25 grams. Okay. So for to draw this vector diagram, we have the scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 25 gram. So ये स्केल लेके अपने को पॉलीगॉन की साइड्स प्लॉट करना है. तो पहला जो फोर्स है, फर्स्ट फोर्स इज 100 ग्राम. F1 is given as 100 gram. So the scale shows that if the scale is 1 centimeter is equal to 25 gram, then means for the 100 gram force, the length of the side is 4 centimeters, because 1 centimeter is equal to 25 gram. Second part is direction. So direction is the line, the sides of the polygon is parallel to this line. So here you can draw the first side of the polygon starting from the A. So direction of the line is parallel to this line. So this line, you can draw the first line having the sides of polygon, and which is parallel to the force F1, and the length of A to B. This is the directions. तो जो भी डायरेक्शन अपन निकाल रहे हैं, डायरेक्शन कौन सा लेना है अपने को लाइन का, पेज के ऊपर डायरेक्शन कौन सा रहेगा, A to B की डायरेक्शन कौन सी है, that direction is parallel to the force F1. ये लाइन अपने को पैरेलल निकालना है. ओके. नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज, तो लेंथ कितना लेना है, A to B से लेंथ कितना लेना है, तो लेंथ लेना है अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्केल. तो स्केल कितना है, हमारा स्केल है 1 सेंटीमीटर इज इक्वल टू 25 ग्राम, और हमारा मैग्नीट्यूड है 100 ग्राम. सो द लेंथ है A to B से लेंथ आएगा 4 सेंटीमीटर. Why 4 सेंटीमीटर? Because due to the scale. So this is our F1 having magnitude of 100 grams. Then draw the second sides of a polygon. Then draw the second side of a polygon. So which is started from the point B. B से start करना है. लेकिन डायरेक्शन कौन सा लेना है? सेकंड फोर्स से F2. F2 की डायरेक्शन कौन सी है? This direction. This is the direction of force F2. So draw the second line which is started from the point B and having the direction which is parallel to the force F2. तो F2 को पैरेलल लाइन, दिस F2 को पैरेलल लाइन अपने को यहाँ पे ड्रॉ करना है. So this is the second sides of a polygon having parallel with respect to the post F2. So means क्या है कि वेक्टर डायग्राम जो भी ड्रॉ कर रहे हैं अपन, that vector diagram is we have to draw with respect to with the help of straight diagram. तो straight diagram का हेल्प लेके अपने को वेक्टर डायग्राम निकालना है, क्योंकि जो डायरेक्शन शो करनी है साइड्स की, उसके लिए अपने को स्ट्रेट डायग्राम की जरूरत पड़ती है. So second sides is F2 having the magnitude of 50 ग्राम. लेकिन अभी इसके लेंथ कितना है, B2C से लेंथ कितना लेना है? So that length is according to the magnitude of the forces. So for the F2 the magnitude is 50 gram. So the length from B to C is 1 centimeter is equal to 25 gram. So for 50 gram the length is 2 centimeters. So here B to C. Then the next force is F3. F3 is having the magnitude 50 gram. Again it is having the magnitude 50 gram, but the direction is changed. So draw the third line, third sides of a polygon, which is starting from the point C and parallel to the force F3. So this is our force F3 having magnitude of 50 gram. So this line here C to D. Suppose this C to D. The length of the C to D is 2 centimeter because 1 centimeter is equal to 25 gram. तो यहाँ पे लेंथ कितना लेना है आपने को वेक्टर डायग्राम निकालते टाइम में 2 सेंटीमीटर. तो C to D का लेंथ है 2 सेंटीमीटर एंड डायरेक्शन है, डायरेक्शन इज पैरेलल टू द फोर्स F3. It is parallel to the force F3. So this line is parallel to this line. Okay. Then the next force is F4. This one. Again the magnitude is 50 gram. So again the length is 2 centimeter. So draw the next line. C to D to E. This is our F4 having magnitude 50 gram. So D to E is again the length of D to E is 2 centimeter. So this one D to E is 2 centimeter and the direction is parallel to this line. So this line, the direction of this side is parallel to the force F4. Then the next force is F5. Again the F5 having the magnitude 50 gram. So draw the next line which is parallel to this line. So एक लाइन अपने को पैरेलल निकालना है, ये लाइन को एंड उसकी लेंथ रहेगी, लेंथ कितना रहेगी 2 centimeter because magnitude of the forces is 50 gram. So length is 2 centimeter and direction is parallel to these forces. So next line is parallel to this one. So this is F5 having 50 gram magnitude. So then here, now the point E and A. Now we will draw the last sides of a polygon and it will get close here. So it depends whether it is a closed polygon or not. So in case if it is not getting closing and suppose we have the direction for example, for F5 we have the angle is like this and we are not getting the closing side for the polygon. Here the polygon is not get closed by the last force. Then the closing side, then we have to draw the closing sides. तो वो केस में क्या करना है, अपने को एक क्लोजिंग साइड निकालना है. तो क्लोजिंग साइड कौन सी रहेगी पॉलीगॉन की? E to A डैश करेंगे इसको इंडिकेट, और जो भी क्लोजिंग साइड है A to A डैश. So this is the closing side of the polygon. So this closing side can represent the resultant. अभी ये जो closing side है A to A dash, सपोज इसका लेंथ अपन ने मेजर किया स्केल के ऊपर और उसका लेंथ अपने को A to A dash, the length is suppose 0.5 centimeter and direction is this which is acting in opposite order. तो लॉ ऑफ पोलीगॉन क्या कहता है, जो भी रिजल्टेंट है वो ऑपोजिट ऑर्डर में एक्टिंग होता है. सब फोर्सेस की डायरेक्शन ये है, क्लॉकवाइज है, लेकिन अपना जो भी रिजल्टेंट है उसके डायरेक्शन में रहेंगे, इट इज एक्टिंग इन द अपोजिट ऑर्डर। सो ए टू ए डैश का लेंथ अपन ने मेजर किया और ए टू ए डैश का लेंथ सपोज 0.5 सेंटीमीटर है, तो 0.5 सेंटीमीटर को कन्वर्ट करेंगे ग्राम में। सो 1 सेंटीमीटर का मीनिंग है 25 ग्राम, 1 सेंटीमीटर इज गिवन एज 25 ग्राम, सो 0.5 सेंटीमीटर इज इक्वल टू इट इज 12.5 ग्राम। So this A to A dash is nothing but the resultant of the forces. So resultant of the forces, we have obtained the value for the resultant of the forces is 12.5 gram. In case if it is not a closed polygon. अब ये पूरे साइड से ये क्लोज नहीं हुआ तो अपने को क्लोज साइड निकालना पड़ेगा और क्लोज साइड को मेजर करके उसका मैग्नीट्यूड अपन निकाल सकते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ लॉ ऑफ पॉलीगॉन। तो पॉलीगॉन निकाल के भी अपन को रिजल्टेंट अपन फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं। बट इन दिस केस यहाँ पे जो भी केस है अपने एक्सपेरिमेंटली अपन ने क्या किया है, तो एक्सपेरिमेंटली अपन ने उसको इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन में सेट किया है। इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन में सेट किया है, इसका मीनिंग क्या है, अपना रिजल्टेंट क्या रहेगा, जीरो। तो रिजल्टेंट जीरो रहेगा एक्सपेरिमेंटली, बट ग्राफिकली अपने को निकाल के चेक करना है कि वेदर इट इज जीरो और नॉट। तो ग्राफिकली कैसा आना चाहिए, आइडियली इट इज द लास्ट साइड ऑफ द पॉलीगॉन शुड बी क्लोज टू द फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ द पॉलीगॉन। तो ऐसा आइडियली आना चाहिए। F5 जो है अपना, F5 should be closing with respect to the first point. So if it is close, अभी ये close polygon आएगा तो अपना लॉ 100% वेरीफाई है। नहीं आएगा, थोड़ा बहुत डेविएशन रहेगा तो that you have to measure कि कितना डेविएशन है, that distance you have to measure and then you have to find out the resultants। वो भी अपने को मेजर करना है। नहीं close polygon आया तो, और जो भी वैल्यू आएगा that value we have to write in the observation table, that value we have to write in the results, that is our R of the forces of the, that is our resultant of the forces. So it should be around to the zero के अराउंड आना चाहिए, because our अपने जो रीडिंग है that reading can shows the that reading is a in equilibrium, that reading is for the इक्विलिब्रियम फोर्सेस। तो इक्विलिब्रियम फोर्सेस की रीडिंग है तो अपने को क्लोज आना चाहिए। अभी जैसा केस डिस्कस किया था तो वो अपोजिट ऑर्डर में आता है, तो अपोजिट ऑर्डर में आता है तो इसका मीनिंग क्या है, तो वो केस अपन ने ऐसा डिस्कस किया था, सपोज नहीं आया क्लोज पॉलीगॉन तो ये अपना आर रिप्रेजेंट करेगा ए टू ए डैश, और उसका यहाँ पे मैग्नीट्यूड अपने डिस्टेंस मेजर करके उसका मैग्नीट्यूड फाइंड आउट किया, वो है अपना 12.5 ग्राम। सो नाउ अगेन यू हैव टू चेक द theta, that is theta of the resultants. So this theta you have to measure, this angle you have to measure, and that angle can show the theta, that is the direction of the forces. So it is around 150 degree. So that is our theta. तो ये एंगल मेजर करके रिजल्टेंट का थीटा भी अपने को मेजर करना है। So in this way we are finding the R value of a polygon and theta value of a R value of a resultant value of the forces and theta value of a resultants of the forces. So this is the way to find out the value of R and theta graphically. Okay, next part is to find out the resultants by analytical methods. So here we have the value of F1 to F5, again the same value for the, here we are considering again the first reading. So this is the value for F1 to F5 and this is the value for theta 1 to theta 5. So analytically we have to resolve the forces with respect to the x axis and y axis. That is we have to find out the forces on the x axis and forces on the y axis. So there you can use the two methods. आप individually भी हर एक फोर्स को रिजॉल्व कर सकते हैं x axis के ऊपर और y axis के ऊपर, नहीं तो आप कंबाइनली सब फोर्सेस को भी एक साथ ही रिजॉल्व कर सकते हैं। इंडिविजुअली भी अपने को मालूम है कि when we have to resolve the forces, suppose this is one of the forces is acting, this is the force F1, suppose having angle theta with respect to the x axis. So if you have to find out the fx and fy, the fx force on the x axis is given as fx is equal to f1 cos theta, and on fy it is given as f1 sin theta. So when you have to resolve, it is on the x axis and y axis. इंडिविजुअली भी सब फोर्सेस को अपन रिजॉल्व कर सकते हैं, और यहाँ पे अपन करेंगे कंबाइनली, सबको एक साथ ही रिजॉल्व करेंगे। तो सबको एक्स एक्सिस के ऊपर रिजॉल्व करना है F1 to F5 को, और सबको y एक्सिस के ऊपर रिजॉल्व करना है। सो द स्टेटमेंट फॉर टू रिजॉल्व द फोर्सेस ऑन द x एक्सिस इज गिवन एज, इट इज समेशन ऑफ fx is equal to, it is given as F1 cos theta 1 plus F2 cos theta 2 plus F3 cos theta 3 plus F4 cos theta 4 plus F5 cos theta 5. So we have the value of F1 and theta 1, F2 and theta 2, F3 and theta 3. So that value we have to put in the equation. So यहाँ पे put करेंगे F1 cos theta 1 की value F1 है 100 cos 0 plus 50 cos 89 plus 50 cos 145 plus 50 cos 210 plus 50 is the F5, value of F5 cos 258. So here we have to find out the value of summation of fx, which is given as in terms of graph. So this is the value for summation of fx. So by using this equation here you have to find out the summation of fx. Similarly, you have to find out the summation of fy. So summation of fy is again given as f1, it is f1 sin theta 1 plus f2 sin theta 3, and it is up to the number of forces, that is fn plus, that is fn cos theta n. तो जितने भी फोर्सेस हैं वो उसके अंदर अपन पुट कर सकते हैं। सो सिमिलरली वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ समेशन ऑफ fy. ये सेम वे से f1 और थीटा 1 की वैल्यू पुट करके sin थीटा 1 में sin का sin यूज करके f1 sin थीटा 1 से लेके अप टू द f5 sin थीटा 5 तक ये इक्वेशन लेके वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ समेशन fy, एंड दैट इज आवर the forces is acting on the y axis, and here we are resolving the forces on the x axis and y axis. So that is summation fx and summation fy. So summation fx निकल जाएगा और summation fy निकल जाएगा when we are resolving all the forces on the x axis and y axis. Okay, so now we have to find out the result, and the result is given as r is equal to, it is under root of summation fx square plus summation of fy square. तो summation of fx square plus summation of fy square, तो fx और fy की वैल्यू ये इक्वेशन में पुट करके we have to find out the magnitude for the resultant analytically resultant का magnitude निकाल सकते हैं by using this equation, that is given as r is equal to under root of summation fx square plus summation fy square. So ये इक्वेशन लेके अपने को मैग्नीट्यूड निकल जाएगा, दैट इज रिजल्टेंट का, दैट इज इन टर्म्स ऑफ ग्राम. व्हाई इट इज इन टर्म्स ऑफ ग्राम? बिकॉज़ आवर फोर्सेस हियर इन टर्म्स ऑफ ग्राम. आपके फोर्सेस न्यूटन में रहेंगे तो आपका रिजल्टेंट न्यूटन में रहेगा. तो यहाँ पे सब फोर्सेस अपन ग्राम में पुट कर रहे हैं, सो द रिजल्टेंट इज इन टर्म्स ऑफ ग्राम. देन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज टू फाइंड आउट द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द रिजल्टेंट्स एनालिटिकली. सो दैट इज गिवन एज थीटा इज इक्वल टू tan inverse of summation of fy, ratio of summation of fy to the ratio summation of fx. So again put the value of summation of fy and summation of fx here, and here we can find out the value of theta, that is in terms of degree. So with the help of these equations, this one and this one, we have to find out the value of r and theta analytically. Right? So then again it should be, अभी ग्राफिकली अपन निकाल रहे हैं, ग्राफिकली एक्सपेरिमेंटली तो अपन ने एक्सपेरिमेंट करके निकाला है. एक्सपेरिमेंट में अपन ने कहा है कि इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन में फोर्सेस, उसका मीनिंग है कि रिजल्टेंट जीरो रहेगा, लेकिन ग्राफिकली भी चेक करेंगे कि ये जीरो है या नहीं. ग्राफिकल की वैल्यू आर एंड थीटा की वैल्यू निकालेंगे और देन निकालेंगे analytically r and theta की value, and that value you have to put in the observation table also and in the results also. Result में भी आपको r and theta की value लिखना है. So this is for first reading. Similarly, you can do the calculation for second and third reading. Thank you.